Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of On Stage on FAVunite TV. My name is Bukeka, but I go by Bukeka style. And I cannot tell you how incredibly excited I am to introduce our guest today. So, before we get started, I just want to make sure that you are subscribing, liking, commenting on FAVunite on our YouTube channel. Make sure you go to all the links, FAVunite.tv.com, as well as FAVunite.com, our community page where you can learn about what FAVunite is doing 24/7. And we are now, here's an announcement, FAVunite Radio. So we'll make sure that you have all those links available wherever you land when it comes to FAVunite. But we're so glad that you are with us on stage on FAVunite TV today because you are in for a treat. So let's start by sharing with you who our guests are. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the ladies first. We've got Ms. Dorez Douglas with us today. Dorez is a veteran TV and film producer straight out of Hollywood. She is an award-winning entrepreneur as well as a mentor to women in film all over the world. And so we're so excited for Dorez Douglas to be with us today. And we've got some more news about Miss Douglas that we'll introduce later on in our show today. And then, get this, we have the amazing Willie D. Burton, two-time Oscar winner, 9 times nominated for Oscars. I'm going to give you a little bit of my backstory, okay? I remember, he might not like this too much, but I remember when I was watching Roots and I was so amazed by the sound and the music of that production. And he did the sound for Roots as well as the sound for Oppenheimer and so many films in between. Again, two-time Oscar winner Willie D. Burton. And then we have the incredible Clarence Nero, an instructor at Baton Rouge Community College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He is a writer. He is an author of several books, and he is also in the film industry as a writer of the book Voices from the Bayou. So, all
Hello.
right, we're
Hey,
all here
everyone.
on stage. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello
Thank you.
there. Hello.
How you
Thank you
doing?
so much for being
Hi.
here on stage on FAVunite TV. It truly is an honor. I cannot express how excited I am and grateful I am to have all of you on FAVunite TV on stage. And it's hard to even know where to begin, but where I will begin is because you have a wonderful friendship between you, and there's an amazing project that brought you all together.
Dorez, David, and Clarence and I, we got together and with our other friend, writer David Parker, and we put a script together. And we liked the idea and everything, and that's how we came up with the story and voices. So, and that's how we got started.
Wow. Okay. And I love the fact that how it just sounds like everything just came effortlessly together. Would you agree, Clarence? How would you uh describe that experience of how everything just flowed and came together, or would you describe it in that way?
Yeah, I would say from the beginning of this project, it just was meant to be. A lot was happening in Baton Rouge in 2016 after Alton Sterling was murdered. We had an historic flood. We had several policemen killed. All this happened in one summer. It was a hell of a summer in Baton Rouge, and we were a pretty quiet, laid back town. So when all that drama broke out, my students were railing from all of this. We had riots and protests on the street, um, and school started that semester, started that fall of 2016, and I just had my students write narratives, as I often do in my class. We start out with narrative writing, but this time I wanted them to write about what they were feeling, what they were dealing with, what they were seeing, and it just came together. The expressions and the powerful narratives came alive.
So I'm gonna ask Dorez how you jumped into the project that is known as Voices from the Bayou.
Yeah, but what really drew me was the book. When Willie sent me the book, and I read it, and I just couldn't believe all these stories that were in the book. These are the personal stories from the actual students who have had these experiences. And it was Clarence's idea to bring them all together and put them in a book. And they put it in the book. And when I read that and read all the stories, and there were so many, we couldn't possibly do them all, in the movie. But there were so many stories that I just was blown away.
And why are you reading that book? It wasn't meant for you.
You don't know anything about me.
Hey, literature is for everybody. Us is all of us.
I got orders from my CEO yesterday to turn my weapons on Americans. Americans who want just a little bit of justice.
As long as we bring what's out there in here, nothing's gonna change.
You think that we could all be in the same space together just 50 years ago? Or eat the same food at the same restaurant?
I asked someone once, what could I do? He said if I wanted to help, to listen. We gotta start somewhere. Why not start in this meeting, just as it is?
Willie and I collaborated on several projects before, so I had been telling him about the project, and like I said, he read the book, and so from the beginning, I felt like this project was meant to be, their voices were meant to be heard. And when I read them, I remember sitting in my bed and I was reading it to grade their paper, because I'm grading this as an essay for class. So I'm grading their narrative. I'm like, wow, this is powerful. Like, their stories are powerful. There's a story here. And that story led to a production of a stage play. I wrote a stage play, and I got LSU theater department, because I graduated from LSU with my Master of Fine Arts. And we got actor Lamont Rucker, who's been in several Tyler Perry movies, Why Did I Get Married, to come on board and support the students in the stage play.
All right, hey everybody. I know these days we're doing things in a way that's very unorthodox.
Yeah, true that.
Can you all see this?
Voices from the Bayou. It was written around the same time that
Alton Sterling was murdered.
Check out the full episode of ONstage on FAVunite TV. We think you'll love the short films, podcasts, and other amazing content on FAVunite TV. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to FAVunite TV. We're here for Black stories and Black storytelling, showcasing the culture 24/7, 365 on FAVunite TV.